Hey, welcome back, happy hempsters. This is Dee Dee Taylor.
And I'm Beth Panati.
We are here to talk to you about some important things. But first, I know most of you may not actually see the videos that we do with our podcast, but I'm not wearing a hat today. And I just want to point that out. My hair's did. I actually have earrings in. I may have forgotten my wedding band, but that's okay. Everybody knows I'm still married, even if they're without a ring on. But my hair's did. So there.
I know. It's a big deal. You usually have your hat on. I can't see your eyes.
I know. Well, I went to the gym this morning instead of this afternoon.
Gotcha.
So if I go in the afternoons, then I'm like, well, why bother getting all dressed?
Yeah.
Just wear my workout clothes. So, and I always work out in a hat. It's just easier. It's so much easier. Plus I sweat. So I sweat through the hats.
Yeah.
But anyway, what we are talking about today, it's October and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And for all you ladies out there, please go get your tatas tested and squished. It's not that bad. It's not. I mean, I got really small boobs. I was not blessed in that department. I got the butt instead of the boobs, where my sister got the boobs instead of the butt. But mine are small. And I would think it'd be easier with big boobs to get them in those machines.
Yeah, because you have to turn every which
and
way.
And they're like grabbing skin and pushing them bad boys down. I'm like, I'll be all red, but it's still not that bad.
No,
I've had worse things done.
It gives you peace of mind getting
Hell
it
yeah,
done.
it does.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know if I ever told you this story, but back in my 20s, my 20s, with my first husband, I had some breast lumps. He actually found it. Oh, and I was like, what the hell? Yeah. So he pointed it out and we went and got it done. I got a biopsy. Nothing came back from the biopsy when she did it in the thing. So I actually had I've had 2 surgeries, 2 lumps removed. Oh. They were benign. Both times were benign. And apparently I just got lumpy boobs.
Okay.
But ever since then, and I'm talking my 20s, I've been yearly. I get them. Right. Yeah. And I've got a big lump on my left side and it's been there for as long as I can remember. Nothing's changed, but they've even done the ultrasound on it too. So I always check my boobies. Yeah. You just never know. Right. Apparently my dad was adopted, so I didn't learn about his real side of the family until after he passed. And apparently my grandmother passed away from breast cancer.
Oh, no.
She was older, and they usually say it's not like necessarily hereditary if they're older, but still. Right. Check your boobies.
Yeah,
and for the men out there, you should check yours too.
Yeah. Men get breast
cancer too. And that's just as scary. We have a customer here, and he has been dealing with breast cancer for like 10 years.
Oh, no. Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long. But he takes all our products, which helps. But yeah, so that's crazy. So you not only need to check your balls, but you got to check your boobs too. I'm just saying. And for, the men, also make sure your woman's checking hers or check them for her. Right, it could be foreplay, but if you feel something, let her know. Maybe afterwards.
Let's play doctor, right?
Yeah, play doctor together. But we mostly wanted to talk about how cannabis can help if you do or if you are struggling with breast cancer. But the one thing that I want to get out in the open, the very first thing I want to talk about, there are medications that interact with cannabis. So I know of one, it's called Topamax, I believe is what it is. But that is one where your body literally has to be inflamed in order for the chemo drug to work. So CBD completely eliminates inflammation in your body, or at least mostly. So a lot of doctors will tell women not to use CBD products if they are on the Topamax. And that Topamax, you're on it, I think, for a really long time. No. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. That's the only one that I know of for sure. Right. But that is something important.
Medication that they need you to be inflamed in order for it to work. Do not use CBD.
Yeah, do not use CBD. Now, I think you could still use THC though. Well, at least for the pain, and the nausea that you can get a lot of times with chemo drugs. And even radiation. I know a lot of people will get radiation and then their poor skin burns. And let me tell you, our balm is amazing for that. One of my friends, she was diagnosed, so she's going through the radiation, and I got her some balm, so she's doing much better, and no cancer has spread or anything like that. So they found it quickly. But man, you got to be proactive about your health.
Right.
You really do, and change your diet. Oh my God, change your diet.
Yeah, that's the number one thing, what we eat.
Yep.
Well, tumors feed off of sugar.
Yeah.
If they don't have sugar, they have nothing to feed off of.
Yeah.
Because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer.
1 in 8?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I know 8 women.
Right.
To think that one of them would, or even myself, you know what I mean? That's, that is scary. Shoot, we got 8 women working here, don't we?
Yeah.
Close to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Y'all check your boobies.
I know. Everybody. Yeah. And so there's some latest research on cannabis and breast cancer. I did not know that it remains the second leading cause of cancer death in American women, and that's mostly attributed to drug-resistant refractory tumors. So,
wow,
metastasis. I can't say the word
metastatic,
today. Right,
and metastasizes. Look at that! I can pronounce big words.
Yes, you did it. You got me today.
But that's scary too.
I did not know that. So that's it just shows you how far we have not come, how far we've come, and how far we've not come with breast cancer.
And there's so many different variations of breast cancer.
But I love that we're discovering those, because that has everything to do with treatment.
Yes.
But so with cannabis, this was a big study. They had 612 participants using cannabis during treatment. 42% reported use of cannabis for relief of symptoms. So 42%. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I know. And then 49% believed cannabis could be used to treat cancer.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we definitely believe in that. And we're learning the dysregulation of our endocannabinoid system. It's been associated with several diseases, including cancer. So that's talking all about our endocannabinoid system being altered and how important it is to keep that in homeostasis.
Oh, that's super important. And I know that THC helps your body, and CBD too, helps your cells stay healthy to fight the cancer cells.
Exactly. Yeah. And they found, CBD, excuse me, there's a lot of kind of in this paper I was reading yesterday, but existing cancer therapies are not developed to specifically target metastatic progression, despite tumor metastasis accounting for 90% of cancer-related deaths. Breast cancer in particular has been noted as typically incurable once clinically apparent metastasis has developed. So once it is getting into your lung, into your brains. So that's why it is so important to catch it early, that even these therapies that will work with newer cancers, once it has started spreading, that's the hard thing. But they found, CBD and Delta-9 are the most prevalent cannabinoids to help.
Which makes sense.
Right. Because you're doing...
Anything about CBG?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, they found, CBD and THC have been more closely studied for their anti-tumor activity. So they are finding that using that, it's targeting both that both of those cannabinoids, CBD and THC, are targeting the anti-tumor pathway simultaneously. So it's like a double punch when you're using those two cannabinoids together. So I've seen the videos where THC injected into a cancer cell will kill that cell.
Hell yeah.
I know, that autopsis.
Hell yeah.
So, we want you to be using both of these products, and we have a lot of people that are using these products. But so as they're learning, the HR positive, HR negative, the hormone receptor sensitive. So with these things, we're going to learn so much more about which
more
cannabinoids.
Oh, yeah, more and more research is coming out every day too.
Yeah, so CBD not only induced, and I'm going to say it wrong, apoptosis, I can't even say that word, but autophagy, which is death of the cell, pretty much. Yeah,
Is it adiposis?
I thought it was. Well, now I'm confused.
Apoptosis?
Apoptosis.
It's a big word.
Right?
It's a big medical word. She and I are both struggling.
I know. So I every time I see CBD and THC research, I love it so much.
Well, yeah, and that it's finally happening after all of these years.
Exactly. And terpenes even. They're discovering certain terpenes. So plant-derived terpenes, those are those glandular oils of the plants, but particular ones are good for helping with breast cancer as
certain things, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, natural's best. If you can get actual whole flower bud and make a smoothie out of it, I'm sure it'd be nasty as hell, but literally eating your cannabis is huge too.
Right.
I mean, not only the gummies that we sell and stuff too, but I'm telling you, so I've had skin cancer. I've had 2 places removed, and I've had tons of precancer cells removed. And mine was just skin cancer. It was all contained in the moles, thank goodness. So I never had to go through any of all that stuff. But I'm religious. I mean, every 6 months I go get a full body scan. And if I notice any little thing, I'm like, cut that one off, cut that one off, cut that one off. But I also use our balm. So using our balm topically literally penetrates some of those issues. And I've had other people tell me that it cleared their cancer right up. I've had a few people, when I say a few, I mean a lot of people tell me that. So while we only have a lot of anecdotal evidence of how some of our products work, there's no doubt I believe it. No doubt I believe it.
Right,
so anything, all natural is always going to be at the best.
Yeah. And keep this in mind. You want to, definitely consult your doctor, combine it with therapies, but be open to talk about this because there is so much research out there that if you can lessen, the symptoms of the treatments or get rid of those tumors quicker by using these products, that would be amazing.
Heck yeah.
And you mentioned CBG. They found mainly that it's useful as an antiemetic or anti-inflammatory to complement those traditional therapies. Oh, yeah,
that's great.
Keep you from vomiting, keep that inflammation down. What are some other things that I found out? There was a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot in that article.
But who published this? It's a group called Realm of Caring. So and you know more about it than I do.
Realm of Caring they're an amazing group. So that is Charlotte Fiji's parents. And I believe her mom runs it. And if you don't know who Charlotte Fiji is, you should do a Google search on this wonderful little girl. But she had tons and tons and tons of daily seizures. So she ended up passing away. I think she was 12-ish. She ended up passing away from COVID and complications from that. But their organization is what really got CBD approved here in the States and got hemp changed for all of us, and Dr. Gupta and the Stanley brothers, and I'll give them mad props to Charlotte's Web, because that's what they named their CBD oil after, Charlotte Fiji. Now in the beginning I did not agree with where they got their hemp from. It's better now, but not in the beginning it was not. So I do give them props for that, because they kind of led the way for all of us to, get on board and have our own brands and do things like that. Right. So the Realm of Caring, they are a side thing to Charlotte's Web, like they're their own advocacy group. And this is some of their research that they've done on this particular topic. So I really, I follow them pretty closely and read everything they post, because they seem to they know what they're talking about.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah. And what they, it's realmofcaring.org. They can answer a lot of questions concerning cancers, and they encourage self-reporting. So if you are using products, that are helping you, let them know that.
Yeah.
So they can, find out more research or look into it or share that with other people that may find help with that.
Yeah. I think that's great. I think the more advocacy groups we have, the better.
I know.
Because there's just so many people need help.
Yes.
And, I wish I could give our products away for free for everyone with cancer. Obviously, I wouldn't be in business if I did that. But we do offer a significant discount for people with cancer of any sort. So if you do have cancer or you know someone that does have cancer, have them reach out to us. We're more than happy to help and hopefully get them a significant discount, because I know the costs.
Right.
The medical cost for having cancer is just astronomical, and no one should go in debt for their own health care. I think that is the one horrible thing about this country that I really hope gets changed. Because if not, I'm retiring to a country that has health insurance, for crying out loud. I don't know where it'd be someplace warm, not north.
Exactly.
So just keep that in mind. Please feel free to reach out to us. We're always here to help answer any questions we possibly can. And we want everybody to be healthy and to use hemp products because they're safer. They're safer than most pharmaceuticals out there.
I know.
So just do your due diligence and talk to your doctors and make sure, you're not on a medication that is
indicated.
Contraindicated with any other medications or with CBD, and hemp in general. And then just let us know how we can help. So for everybody out there that is fighting that fight, we have so much adoration for you and respect you more than you will ever know. And we're here to help. So keep us in mind. I know what a struggle it is. I've lost a lot of family to cancer.
Me too.
A lot.
And watching them.
Yes. And watching them suffer and
suffer.
Yes. It's a horrific disease, but you can beat it. And it all starts with your mind. And then it starts with what you're putting in your body.
Exactly.
So keep that in mind, y'all. And if you ever have any questions, like I said, reach out. You can get us at info@502hemp.com. Give us a call at 502-654-7100. Make sure you follow us on all our socials, both 502 Hemp Wellness Center and 812 Hemp. That is our sister store in Clarksville, Indiana. And make sure you sign up for our newsletter too. We've got some really good, fun stuff happening for Black Friday. So I'm just going to put that out there now. You don't want to miss it. Excuse me, I got all choked up, but you really don't want to miss it. But in closing, just make sure you go get your boobies checked. Okay. It's not as bad as people think. It's really not. And that's about all we had for you today. So keep on listening and keep on Hempin Happiness. Thanks, guys.